Hi there! Welcome to my channel. This is Evie of Divine Goddess V6. I hope this finds you well. How are you doing? Thank you for coming to this channel. Thank you for spending a little time with me. We are going to do something a little different today. We are going to do a mirror spread, an energy spread. This is going to be for twin flames. Those are, twin flames, soulmates, your high level connection. This is what this, who this reading is going to be for. I was going to do a line for the divine feminine on the left and the divine masculine is going to be on the right. And I'm speaking about energies when I'm using those terms, as we house both and we need to balance both. There's been a lot going on, and this reading is going to be for those who are not in communication, and, if at all. The divine masculine that I've been channeling, the collective I've been reading for, he's been withdrawn all week, and last week I've received messages, that the divine masculine of the collective I'm reading for, he's withdrawn, he's detached, from your connection, and the one divine masculine that I'm channeling for, he's in a third party. So we'll see what we're reading for today, but this is going to be, that's just a little background of the collective I've been reading for, okay? So this is the spirit animal that's guiding the two of you. This is the raccoon inventor, and it's in reverse. It says, decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. Oh, I'll say that again. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. Okay, so this has the, oh, look at that butterfly. Ha! Oh. Wow, what's that critter down there? Oh, that's his tail. I couldn't figure out what that was. These cards are so pretty. This has the magician's kind of vibration in reverse, in the one. And this tells me it's deciding what you really want. So it's that Seven of Cups energy in reverse, having a lot of options and seeing what your options are, and, going through your circumstance, with integrity. Okay. I'm going to pull a bunch of cards. So if you want to fast forward through this, you're welcome to it. But I have two, different decks working. But they're comparable. For instance, this first deck is both decks are from John Holland. You'll see why. Okay. The divine masculine I'm channeling is kind of deep and buried. Ooh, yeah, mental conflict. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't want to stay steady. Huh. Ooh, it's funny when that happens. The mirror stuff, you know? Because this card fell out like this too. This is the heart line. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Ooh, wow, neato. Okay, almost there, hang out. Wow, okay. I did a couple of unsuccessful readings yesterday, and I didn't mention it this time around. But those cards came out, and it's a similar feeling. Wow. All right, okay. We can start from here, okay, and get some details as we go. So the divine feminine on this side, she's in her mind space, she's nurturing. She has her mind focused on like healing herself, cultivating, you know, the lessons she's learned, you know, the gifts that she's received. I mean, because she's putting this stuff in action. Pretty nice, huh? So she's taking these gifts and is, you know, she's not being a trickster about it. You know, whereas I'm seeing this for the divine masculine on this side. So there's the mental conflict card in reverse. It's at number 2. And look at this person. He's just everywhere. Remember when I told you when I was shuffling, you know, these cards wouldn't come out. He just didn't want to talk. He didn't want to reveal anything. He's kind of going cuckoo in his head. You know, that's a lot of mental conflict. You know, that was a 7 of Cups card that, you know, that kept coming up for me. And, you know, that was yesterday. And the day before, it was kind of like these incremental movements, right? Those are the energies that I was seeing, perceiving in the reading, that, you know, that it was just so slow. You know, it was like almost feeling like you're suspended in the air. You know, it's just like, that's the feeling I had. You know, the 7 of Cups, you know, just you feeling overwhelmed and in awe, not, you know, not in a good way. It was, yeah, not in a good way. And going, oh my god, I just noticed this. So go next to it, it was the Between Worlds, and this is number 3. And notice this? Look at this. This is like, he's just jacked in his mind, in his thoughts, you know. They're everywhere, you know. Couldn't focus, and I had such a tough time focusing. It was, you know, focusing, the act itself of focusing was such a chore. And that's what it felt like yesterday. You know, it feels a lot better today. But I'm just saying, he's like, you know, look at how the cards are, you know, reiterating the chaos and, you know, and the massive conflict, you know, just like everything is just so, not so much black and white, but it's just like, you know, just really seeing the boundaries and the lines and everything, you know. It's like almost like seeing colors for the first time. Because, you know, meanwhile, the divine masculine, you know, this is says to the sea, and this is number 7. 7's about, you know, spiritual growth, you know, applying spiritual faith. You know, this card's upside down, so he's having to apply spiritual faith, and he's feeling kind of alone about it, you know, and just like nobody understands and nobody can see where he's at, you know, because one, he's dumbed himself down, and he's, you know, kind of damned himself up. He's thinking that nobody else can possibly understand the logic that he sees, what's going on with him right now, you know. And these colors aren't even so much black and white, so he can't even relate this to, you know, to someone, you know, to someone, you know, because what he sees is so unique to him. Does that make sense? So he has this, you know, to the sea is kind of like, you know, the Six of Swords energy, you know. It's like, you know, okay, going to a better place, you know, knowing you're taken care of, you know, just being rescued, you know. And this card's in reverse, so there's just no peace, no inner balance, no, you know, there's no inner logic to what's going on. It's just like a big ball of, you know, confusion. Ball of confusion. I'm hearing the Temptation song. Anyway, all right, so let's see. And then, this is what's going on between the two of you. You guys are in your mind space. You know, the divine feminine is in a balance state. You know, she's kind of playing around with her new gifts. You know, she's really discovering, you know, making new discoveries with herself and having a ball, you know. Whereas the divine masculine is, you know, he's getting kind of torn. I picture, like, you know, wolves on either side of him, you know, and they're lined up, you know, with the logic, you know, what's right, what's wrong, you know, what is, what isn't, you know, what was, what's now, that kind of thing. And it's like being pulled apart, you know. It's like polar, because, you know, there's no gradation here. The colors are so stark, and they don't really kind of go, and, you know, there's no rhyme or reason, you know, except for, you know, what this person is stringing out of his head. And so let's see what kind of mental conflict is a divine masculine going through. Let's see. Let's get it from here first. All right. What's the scenario? Ooh, a lot of cards came out. All right. So the happy ever after family life is in question. He's actually having to, he feels he has to defend it. Yeah. He feels he has to defend it. And, ooh, Five of Swords in reverse. Ooh, Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of polarity going on. So something about, you know, home life, you know, this person could be married, has a long-standing relationship. He feels the need to defend it now for some reason. There's a lot of fighting going on. There's an opportunity he feels like he missed out on. And it's kind of coming back to bite him. Something about it, you know, there was a trigger. It's making him, yeah, like he's looking back at this like he missed out on something. Yeah, these are not harmonious cards. He does not have much inner knowing right now. All right. So, what kind of emotions is he feeling? This card flipped and then it doesn't want to be seen. Joy. Yeah, he's not in a joyous place. This joy's in reverse. It's number 39, which is a 12, and it adds to a 3. This could be a third party that's no more, or your person's made up his mind that this is no more, because this is in the mind space and the joy's in reverse. Your person feels in his mind that, you know, the joy of this relationship is over, and it's really taking up his mind, because, yeah, confusion in itself, and the subject in itself is in upright. Everything else is in reverse, right? He's fighting for this. So, yeah, he doesn't have a lot of inner peace right now. So what about the divine feminine? She's in a nurturing space. She's taking action. Yeah, you're in a place of delight. I don't think we need to worry about you. So you might want to take some of this, take some of your action and, you know, send your divine masculine some clarity and balance. Yeah, this person's in a very different place than the divine feminine. All right, let's see. All right, so this is the environment line. So this is the 3D line. So with the divine feminine, she is believe and succeed is 6, and it's in reverse. 6 is about balance and harmony. Yes. And then success is in reverse. Oh, this is interesting. She's feeling all great up in the mind, but what she's feeling physically, this isn't happening. Ooh, I just got a message. It's because she can't see it. She's not feeling it. Does that make sense? It's not tangible for her. The divine feminine, with all her great inner knowing and joy, and, you know, and it looks like she's activated her, you know, her spiritual gifts, you know, her, whatever it is that's bringing her joy, she's doubting it in her physical space. And there's a voyage. So this tells me that whatever soul gifts that this divine feminine has received, you know, she's discovering it, she's honing in her craft, she's mastering it, but she's not exactly going full-fledged just yet. You know, she's still not in absolute belief and that she will succeed, you know, because this is what 6 is about. Love. 6 is a number of love and harmony and sharing. And, you know, is when you have enough and when you're balanced, you know, you're willing to share. And she's successful at it because she feels the delight of it and she feels the joy of it. And this is the gateway. This is voyage. And that's a whale right there under the moon. Oh, so cool. And there's a little baby whale underneath. The whales are about peace. The whales are about, you know, giving back to the earth. Yeah, like having, yeah, like allies, like, you know, the power of giving back to the earth. So let's pull a card on that and see what it is the divine feminine feels like she's not believing in this. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Page of Pentacles, productivity, and this is reverse. Possibility of new position or a new job. You are modest, productive, accurate, and perform well. Okay, so the divine feminine here is not fully comfortable or fully in belief of her, you know, her new gifts, you know, because this is going to bring the divine feminine into a new life, a new path, a new doorway, a new, you know, new career. You know, this is pathway, this is voyage. You know, this spells out more than, you know, a career to me. This, you know, this is spiritually aligned as well. You know, and those of us in, you know, twin flame journeys, it's, you know, about coming together with your twin, and, you know, you're going to offer your project, your gift, you know, your soul gift, you know, in servitude to the world, you know, for the world. So, you know, that could be anything, you know, writing a book, you know, getting some, you know, nonprofit thing together. It could be anything, but it's the fact that, you know, you've been giving these special gifts. You know, you need to believe in what you've been given, and you need to utilize these gifts. You know, right now you have to put forth, you know, your gifts. your project. You know, you gotta own it. You gotta own it. You know, you can still nurture, but you need to own it because it's yours. You know, that feeling of, you know, the inner knowing, the, you know, the courage, the confidence, the faith, you own that, you know, and you turn it around. You have to believe, right? All right, let's see. Where are we? Let's see. What's the divine feminine feeling that she feels like she can't, that she's not going forward with her gifts? Ooh, look what came out. Bad attitude. And it came out this way. This is kind of like being bully about it, you know. Coming this way is like birthing. So, you know, while you are discovering your new gifts, you know, while the divine feminine is, you know, doubting, you know, it's kind of like going, you know, perpendicular with an idea, right? So, you know, love and hate always, you know, exist together, black and white, you know, that kind of polarity kind of thing. So, you know, with the nurture and the delight, you know, you're walking through this, you know, with a bad attitude. So you're kind of glomming on, you know, with both thoughts, you know, walking through, you know, this with a bad attitude, and that's not going to get you anywhere, right? So, yeah, and it could be that, you know, you're taking it for granted, you know, you're not looking at it as, you know, deeply or regularly, you know, you're not practicing it, you're not, you know, you're not doing your homework, you're having a bad attitude, you know, for whatever that is. And this is number 64. That adds up to a 10. So it could be that, you know, the uncertainty of whatever has transpired for you in the past, you know, that relates to your soul growth, you know, this time around it's a little different, and, you know, you need to kick this bad attitude. That's the bottom line. All right, let's look at the divine masculine. The divine masculine in his physical space, he has partnerships and alliances in number 3. Didn't we see a 3 somewhere else earlier? Yeah, that was up here with the nurture. Ooh, interesting. All right. So I was noticing earlier, so this was a 3 for the divine feminine, and this is a 2 in reverse. So, you know, you gotta, if this progression speaks to you or not. So, you know, the divine masculine is obviously behind the divine feminine in this regard. And then here, the mirroring is in his physical space. Whereas in her mind, she's, you know, broadening and nurturing and, you know, cultivating, you know, her care, her self-care, her self-love, her gifts, you know, all that. He, in his, you know, physical space, he's dealing with something with partnerships and alliances. We'll look into that shortly. So 3s are, you know, about the other. You know, 1 single, 2's a pair, 3's the other, the, you know, third wheel. And then this is not for you, number 6, and this is a fortune cookie. This is kind of like a doubled up. This is almost like a, I don't know if this is going to resonate for some of you. That this is number 6, and this is kind of like double the number of this. It's almost, you know, it's the fortune cookie. This tells me that whatever, you know, the divine masculine here, you know, had been thinking, you know, had been dreaming about, you know, this old relationship, or, you know, the ideas of what he expects in a relationship, you know, is change. You know, 3's about seeing something new, you know, and yeah, we'll grab a couple more cards. Let's see. All right. Where are we? Okay. Let's see. Woo, hey. All right, so in his physical space, so 9 of Pentacles came out, and that is, you know, creature comforts, freedom, getting what you want, you know, being provided, you know, what you, just luxury, just nice, you know, no worries. And then, you know, there's the Fool in reverse, which is a 0. This is not trusting. And the King of Wands, that's, you know, Mr. Romance, you know, Mr. Groovy, you know, Mr. Right Now. You know, right now, not in the Knight of Wands sort of way, but, you know, a little longer staying than that. This is what the Divine... Okay, and then this card came out as well. It was the 8 of Cups. He wants to leave. He wants to leave, and he wants his freedom. He's not sure. He's not sure, and he's deep into, you know, his scenario, his circumstance right here. So this card tells me 2 things. One is that, you know, he's not for you, as in, you know, this relationship that he's basically revisiting. He's not trusting it anymore for whatever reason, and he doesn't want this anymore. He wants his freedom. He wants his own. So that was one scenario. Another scenario could be that, you know, this person, this Divine Masculine that I'm seeing is, you know, is thinking about, you know, hanging on to what he has that's not, doesn't really serve him, because it's not for you. So he's saying that, you know, this relationship is no longer for him. Or he's saying that, you know, for you, you know, like, I'm not good for anyone right now, because he's kind of like, he's so polarized in his thoughts and his thinking of what's going on with him. And, you know, I don't feel he's talking to anybody about this. So it's all in his head, very solitary, and, you know, he doesn't have anybody to check with, so he's kind of feeling he's going crazy. It's, you know, very mental. All right, let's get a couple more cards on that. Let's see. What's his partnerships and alliances? Wow, yeah, Divine Masculine came out. Ooh, yeah. This is a karmic situation that's going on. Let's get another one. Not for you. What's that not for you? So, proof, okay. All right, wow. So I was thinking what I was saying earlier, that not for you card, he was thinking of the Divine Feminine, and this card, which is receipts and proof, show me, flew to the Divine Feminine side. This is kind of telling me that this Divine Masculine is, he's kind of rounding out his thoughts, you know, whereas, you know, if he's thinking about leaving this, you know, old relationship, he's, you know, he's not happy, he's wondering, he's looking for proof right now, and he's comparing it to what he had, you know, with you, Divine Feminine, watching this video. If you're not, then you're the other person. He's comparing his old relationship to something as profound in what you guys had, you know, and how can you possibly compare, right? I mean, how can you can't make sense out of this. I mean, you can't, you know, the twin flames journey is complicated as it is, right? You know, it's complicated as it is, and then what? There's no logic to this, you know, and you can't place the commonplace, you know, logic to this. You just can't. So, yeah, no wonder he's kind of going, whoo-hoo. All right. We'll get one more. Hang out. Where are we? All right. Let's get one more. So the King of Wands right there. That card wanted to stop out, but it doesn't. Oh, wow. It happened second time. Okay. Yeah. He is perplexed by love. It says adore, admire, enchantment. can't get someone out of his head. You know, meanwhile, he's been, you know, feeling stuck and, you know, doing this little mental dungeon thing in his head, you know, and no one and nothing can really save him. You know, thoughts of, you know, what you guys have had, you know, it's kind of like the light at his end of the tunnel. And, you know, now it's getting kind of convoluted and, you know, and distorted because, you know, you guys haven't been in communication and he hasn't had anything solid and fresh to go on, you know, whereas he's remembering, you know, through, you know, via old, you know, pictures, you know, social media, whatever. He's looking it up and he's being reminded, but that picture is being distorted because he's kind of in a messy space in his head and he hasn't quite placed clarity, you know, and logic is just skewed right now. So, you know, he's just not, you know, there's no balanced thinking. There's, you know, it's really distorted in his head right now. Okay. And all right. So that's what he's dealing with in this physical space. He's weighing, you know, he's weighing his these connections and he's comparing them, but they're not comparable, so he's not going to arrive at, you know, any rightful decision or a justifiable answer. All right, the heart space, this is the divine feminine. She got the love card, and 6 is the lover's card, and it came out this way. So she's ready to walk into this connection. She wants this connection. Okay, she's ready to. She's kind of like, you know, the mind and the energy has already gone on. Does it make sense? You know, where her, you know, the physical space, she's still parked here, right? Because she's not. She wants something, you know, tangible. And, you know, funny because this card says stand still, and this came out like this. This is kind of like a crashing in on something, and, you know, just not terribly, yeah. It's kind of like neither here nor there. It's non-plus. That's the word I get. Non-plus. Like, you know, just and kind of neutral. You know, that feeling. You want it to move, and it's, you know, you're willing it to move, but it's not moving. But you're thinking it must be doing something because, you know, you feel the energy, right? You know, you feel the energy because you feel your person. All right, let's get another card for that. Where's the divine feminine's heart space? We know more about that. Okay, got 2 cards. Yes, holding space for, oh my golly. I was like saying she's holding space for her divine masculine, and then I looked at this card and then I looked at this card. The first card says 9 of Cups and it says satisfaction. This is the, you know, the dreams, you know, come true card. You know, yeah, the freedom card. This is, you know, your dreams come true card. And this is underneath it was the 4 of Wands. The, you know, the Twin Flames card. Stability. And yeah, this is right here. This is in her heart space. She wants him to come through so badly, but she also knows he's not quite ready, and she's trying her darndest not to push, you know, thus she feels nonplus. Yeah. You hang in there, divine feminine. You hang in there and you stay strong, man, because this, man, ooh, yeah. We can get a couple of, let's get a couple of emotion cards. What is she feeling in her heart space? With the 4 of Wands and then the 9 of Cups. All right, let's see, what's this say? Control. See, yeah, she's trying to maintain control. She's trying her damnedest to maintain control. So, you know, go down the line so she can have her, you know, 4 of Wands and she can have her 9 of Cups. You know, in love. Will they land on their feet? Oh, man. I feel you. I feel you, divine feminines. All right, let's go look at the divine masculine. In his heart space, this is the patience and planning card. It's a 7. All right, 7s, I've said, it's about patience and spiritual patience and, spiritual faith. Wow, that's beautiful. Look at those columns. And look at these lines right here. I don't know if you can see them. They reminds me of like those old legal pads. The yellow legal pads that had the lines on them, the ruled paper kind of thing. This is kind of like mirroring, her feelings of control. He's trying to apply his patience, and come up with a plan, about what to do here. Clearly this connection is unlike any other, and I feel somewhere deep in there, move away all that confusion. It's plenty clear, who his, divine feminine is, right? I mean, if he's your twin, he feels this too. He might not be able to explain it as well as you can. This is all new to him, and it's probably, helping his freak out more so than anything else. But, all right, let's go back to his heart space. So this is a patient and planning card in 7, and then this was here. This is a Yang card. I can't see this, hold on. Number 4? 1, sorry. The light was reflecting off of it. This is the manifestation card. This is also in reverse, okay? And, Yang's about, giving, and, I was just looking at this card really quickly. Kind of comparable. Yeah, he's stuck in his head, and he's feeding his own thoughts. At the same time, he's trying to maneuver, letting them go and trying to see which ones he can let go. But he's kind of spun himself into a tizzy. It's hard to, like, carve those lines, when you decide to put all the spices in there and, figure it out after kind of thing. That's the feeling I got. Let me get a card, get a clarifier. What more about in his heart space? This is patience and planning. Let's get 2 cards. Woo, hey! Dang. All right, change of perspective. There's a hangman came on. Oh, it's in reverse. Actually, it's a great thing. Okay. Patience in reverse, and then there was the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I thought I saw another card fly away somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, I thought I saw 3 cards fly around. Ooh. Do you see it? Did it fly on the other side again like it did in the other reading? Hold on. Nope. Okay. All right. I had to check. So, your person is feeling somewhat solitaire. So, it's the same feeling I get with, the Divine Feminine's, non-plus card. This is a step in a better direction, though, because, these cards in their upright state, they're, worry and just kind of lackadaisical. They're not a lot of progressive energies. Because here, the way the hangman is here, he can just take a step down. He doesn't need to procrastinate. He does not. But he's holding himself back still. It's of his own doing, because, this card, 5 of Pentacles, it's a card of worry. The worries it's self-inflicted. He's thinking this stuff up. Okay, I just saw the cards. Wow, they're over here. Yeah. So, did you see what happened just now? I just channeled the Divine Masculine. There's so many thoughts in his head. It's so full, and he's not sure, whether he's coming or going. It's almost, he's still kind of sussing out the details. This divine masculine is lost in his thoughts with the details. He's lost in his, yeah, he's lost in the details, you know, which he shouldn't really, he doesn't need to worry about, because he's cultivating this plan. He's cultivating what he, you know, what he needs to do. He's assessing, right? And then there's another 7. Wow, the 7 of Swords. That's about sneaking away. Yeah, it's just, he's just going through a lot of back and forth, but on the same plane. And you know, the divine has intervened, you know, like it or not. And wow, yeah. See, there's another 5. There's a 5 of Wands in reverse. He's creating a lot of this. He's creating a lot of this. Instead of addressing the stuff on the outside, you know, it's all inside, and it's an inside job, and it's like this batch of inner goo, you know. He's not combing through this. It's almost like just kind of like throwing all the details into one place and just thinking it's gonna sort itself out. You know, that's the feeling for right now. Okay. Is that everything? Yeah. All right. Let's get some emotions in his heart space, because he's thinking so hard. I mean, you can't think your feelings away. So what are some, just one? Independence. Wow. Wasn't there like a 9 of something earlier in his? Yeah, here we go. Yeah. And was in his mind space, right? Yeah. He wants to be free. That's his goal. That's what is spurring him on. He wants his freedom. He wants his freedom. All right, let's get a couple more. Wow. Oh, what's this? This is openness, and it's in reverse. You know, see that heart is so huge, right? Because this is the way it looks, you know, when it's right side up. His heart is so full and so confused on the inside. That door is tiny, right? Kind of cute, but yeah. This person has to open up and be honest. You know, it's almost like he's penting up, and I feel this person is in control, though. You know, it's almost, you know, it's almost like a self-organized confusion. You know, it's like he has to go through every nook and cranny, you know, just to get all the details, right? And weigh it out for him so he can get, you know, a good plan going. All right. Let's see. What else can we do here? Let's get your messages from, what is your divine masculine? Ooh. What is your divine masculine? What's a hidden message that he can't tell you, the divine feminine, right now? Let's get a couple. Oh. He is clamped up. The only card that flew out was, I'm afraid to contact you. What, when he can think of it? Because his head's so full? Alright, I shouldn't say that. That was kind of rude. I take that back. Alright. Alright, let's see. This is, I wonder if you're happy without me. Yeah, your divine masculine is thinking of you. I mean, within all this, because this is in reverse. It's just, he needs to thaw his thoughts. He needs to thaw his thoughts. Alright, let's get a couple of... What does the divine masculine want to tell a divine feminine? We got a few. Okay. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. We will be together again. I know I messed up everything. Yeah, this person's thoughts are just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. What does your divine masculine perceive your messages to him are? Finding out the truth crushed me. This is in reverse. This is what whatever truth he has realized with you guys, you know, or with this, you know, it's killing him. And when it's in reverse, it tells me that this is an outside relationship. This isn't you guys, okay? So maybe your person, you know, that's what's causing his mental conflict, is that, you know, it's almost like, you know, the mirror's been broken, you know, that's been, you know, showing him, you know, it's reflecting back, you know, what this relationship has been for him. And I feel this person's looking back, you know, it's like that Harry Potter moment, you know, when he's looking in the mirror, and he's seeing it, and it's, you know, the version he saw isn't exactly what he remembered it as, you know, does that make sense? Alright, let's get another one. We got two. Alright, so it says, just being near you is intoxicating. I feel you even though we are apart. So that's what your divine masculine hears from you, divine feminine, okay? He feels you there, he thinks about you, he just has, you know, a lot to weigh out, and he has to figure this out for himself, you know. You can't do it for him, and, you know, it ain't gonna move itself, right? So give him a little time, okay? I hope this helped. I really, really do. If it did, would you please help me build my channel? And like, subscribe, comments, you know, that kind of thing, whatever you need to do. I'm also available on Etsy and on Instagram as Divine Goddess V6. In the meantime, I hope you stay buoyant in your thoughts, and I hope you be light and be well, okay? Take care. Until next time.